Mark Vanderzee. I'm the technical director here at Brookline High, so I'm responsible for all the set building and lighting and sound for the shows. I also teach improv here. I actually think one of the most important things is, you know, and I see it with adults, but I also see it with students here who get up and speak in front of other people. And whether or not you're taking theater or music or dance, there's this element to performance that, and kind of those types of skills that I think are, number one, great for public speaking, which we also have a class here on public speaking through the English department. But it's great for public speaking skills, but it's also great for things like job interviews and things like that. There's just this kind of level of comfort that I think comes along with the study of the performing arts. Comfort with your body and comfort with your voice and comfort with expressing yourself. And you know, so I think there are a lot of avenues later on in life that becomes college interviews, things of that nature, that I think it becomes valuable there. Not to mention just learning skills and getting exercise and all of that stuff. When I was taking a grad class, I did a research project, actually quite similar to this, which was about kind of how the arts relate to academic success, because so much of the No Child Left Behind Act and the trend in education now is kind of geared towards academic success and academic achievement, which there is obviously nothing wrong with that. But so I did this research project figuring out how the arts, you know, how the arts benefited that, it totally depends on the researcher's point of view. You know, like I look at my research and I'm like, oh yeah, I totally proved that there's a correlation between the study of music and increased skills in math. And I figured that was, you know, just a given based on the research that I had done. But of course, I'm totally biased in that realm. So yes, I mean, I think the study of math the study of music does increase math skills. Personally, I believe that. In the stuff that I do in tech, we do, you know, I'm teaching partly math and partly physics. When we're talking about carpentry, when we're talking about lighting, learning about lighting, we're learning about physics. When we're learning about carpentry, we're doing math. So absolutely, I feel that there are elements of it that that kind of work its way through. You know, when we're in a drama class, we're teaching empathy, right? And so how do you not take those skills over to your social studies or history classes when you're studying about other cultures or what have you, in historical perspective? You know, so yeah, I see many different ways that they're linked to kind of academic achievement and academic success. Have you seen the kids that you work with go on to, you know, great colleges and do great things in life? Absolutely, yeah. It's kind of the chicken or the egg argument. You know, do most of the kids who participate in the arts, are they high achievers anyway, or do the arts kind of help them achieve? I don't know the answer to that one. I do know that our students who participate in the arts, more often than not, are really motivated people. And I don't know which comes first. But yeah, I mean, you know, this is Brookline, so we have plenty of kids from our program going to Ivy League or, you know, baby Ivy schools. We have some students who go to conservatory programs. So yeah, I mean, it ranges, but this, I mean, the culture of this school kind of helps that, you know, kind of directs kids in those types of places. And again, whether it's the chicken or the egg, I don't know. So do you think the Brookline High model is something that can benefit all schools? Absolutely. I mean, I think in many ways the Brookline High model is pretty astounding. You know, I think the arts is one example of that. Yeah, I just think it's a way of supporting. Well, number one, I think it gives kids wonderful opportunities. Excuse me. Number two, I think in creating those opportunities, it gives the school a way to engage the parents in a way that not all schools have the opportunity to, just because we're performing what on average 2 times. We have 2 public performances on average a month. So, you know, whether it be between dance, music, and drama, you know, 2 times a month where parents are coming in and seeing the work that their kids do in school, and seeing the work that other kids are doing in school. That's a great way to engage the parent community as well as the outside community. And you know, I think that's an important role of the schools as well too, or I think it's valuable for schools to be able to tap into kind of engagement with their community, parent and outside town community. And the performing arts are a great way to do that.